Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right. I am John Palacio.
And I'm Marlene Cuellar, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Cool Friday morning out. It is a fun Friday, but it's cool out. I'm loving it. You don't feel so?
I think it's a little bit warm, but you know what? The forecaster will settle that for us.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
Angelia.
yes, Shania.
Angelia.
Angelia. Oh man, I forget the names. Ange, good morning. How are you?
Good, you?
We're doing excellent. The weather is beautiful, but you've got the good news. Let's start with the general situation.
Okay, we have a bit of moisture moving in over the area again this morning. Yes.
When you say moving in, from where?
From over the sea.
All right. All right.
You should have told them from the sky.
So what does this say for our 24-hour forecast?
Okay, well, for today we're expecting a few showers around the country, and then, and then decreasing tonight.
All right. So what does this say for our winds for today?
Okay, the winds will continue to be from the east and northeast at 10 to 20 knots.
All right. And our temperatures, highs and lows?
High temperatures today will continue on the generally mild side, peaking at about 82 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 86 inland, and 76 in the hills.
With some incoming rains, we should be having some cooler temperatures tonight. What are the lows?
Tonight will be generally warm like the past couple of nights, especially along the coast, ranging from about 76 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, with probably cooler temperatures over the south coast, and then 68 inland and 64 in the hills.
All right, nice. And just before we get into the extended forecast, do we have any advisories?
We do have a small craft caution out for the moderately high seas, moderate to rough conditions.
All right. Well, we've been warned there. And let's take a look at the extended forecast. What should we expect throughout the weekend?
Weekend, okay, we're expecting an improving trend in weather, so we're going towards drier conditions over the weekend.
All right, Chance, thank you so very much for that weather update. Do enjoy your weekend.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. So now we know exactly what to expect. Like she says, some rains are expected to cross coming from the east. So let's see what the weekend is going to be. But now you know that you make your plan according to what the weather is going to be. All right?
That's right.
And so we'll try to motivate you now with a look at the eye opener, taken from dailyom.com.
All right, and our eye opener for today goes like this. Stopping to feel a moment of gratitude for the miracles of life on earth can be what you need to shift your day. Most of us begin our days with a continuous list of things we need to do to keep our lives running smoothly. But we rarely take time to note all the things we don't need to do. For example, we don't need to figure out how to breathe. We don't need to find a way to make sure the earth continues to revolve around the sun. We don't need to concentrate to ensure that our heart beats and our cells regenerate. All these things and many more take care of themselves without our having to think or do anything at all. This is the miracle of life on earth. When you wake up tomorrow, take time to notice how many things are running smoothly, how many small miracles compose your day. As you take in your world, you might feel a moment of gratitude for the basic fact that Once again, the sun has risen to illuminate the abundant earth, and the earth's gravitational field holds you and all that you hold dear in a tight, life-affirming embrace.
I feel so like I feel cozy thinking about it. I feel cozy thinking about that one word that you use at the top, which is actually gratitude, and the fact that we've been given the gift, Mar, to have that as a focus, to focus on the good things that have happened within our lives. As a matter of fact, as we wake up in the morning and we are able to take another breath of air, another fresh breath of air, and you use the sun, which the sun provides for photosynthesis for the plants, which provides us with oxygen. That's where we get our breath of fresh air from, and when we breathe out, it's actually carbon dioxide, which of course the plants use that and transform that into exactly what we need. That just the thought of that is for me to think about gratitude. We know that things are tough some places, and for the time being, give thanks for the blessings that you've got within your life, the entire family that you've got. Like we mentioned, the fact that you woke up with the ability to take another breath of fresh air. I always look at people who, probably suffering from an underlying condition, Mar, and I always use this one name. There's this one name that I always use, and I'm going to call his name Donovan Renault. I always look at him and see his movement, the way he moves and what he does, and the fact that he give thanks for life. That's, for me, ultimate gratitude. Today, put that in your mind. Be thankful for even the fact that you've got someone in your life that loves you so very much. You're breathing another fresh breath of air. And the next second, which is not promised, is what you're living through. Be thankful for that. That's how I feel. Just from listening to what you read.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
No, it's a great reminder. It is absolutely a great reminder. I think we've talked about gratitude so many times on this show, and it really boils down to just the little things that we take for granted. You use Donovan as an example. I think that's a great one. It's the ability to have all our senses, or most of our senses, or senses that allow us to continue to survive in this world. It's the little things that we take so much for granted that if we're ever robbed of them, we would miss, and it would completely transform our lives. So, when you have, and I'm thinking especially for people who wake up and they have real struggle. They're not here like us at a job place. They're worried about many other things that are very consequential for them. It is one of the best times to kind of start to take stock of the things that you still have, and it may seem totally out of context for what you need to be focusing on, but it's one of the best things to be able to help you to just find a sense of peace even when things get really hard.
Yeah, and I love the way you sum that up. We know that for a lot of people that it's tough, but I think if you give thanks for, or gratitude for the fact that you wake up and another opportunity is there, then you know for a fact that is one thing to be thankful for. So that was a great eye-opener. It's a great way to start your weekend. It's a great way to start your Friday morning. And here's to wishing you all the very best. Remember, we've got each other, and we've got a lovely country. That's the way that I sum it up for this morning. All right. So like we mentioned, it is a fun Friday. I love a fun Friday simply because we get the best of you, and you get the best of the show as per usual. So for this morning, we'll be kicking things off with Grace Flavor with a Beat, and they'll be doing some Grace tuna tacos and tostadas with San Marcos beans and jalapenos. I like that. That's the first segment for this morning.
Ooh, sounds delicious. All right, and March, while we've been talking about it being celebrated as Women's Month, it's also Child Stimulation Month. And we're going to find out from representatives of the Ministry of Education about some of the activities that they have ongoing where you can get your little ones engaged as we commemorate this really important month.
All right, and in the third segment, we'll be wrapping things up with reps from the Kidney Association. Actually, it says here there is a telethon fundraising event under the theme Diabetes Care and Control, Save Your Kidney. invest in your health. So we'll have a conversation surrounding that, what you could do to help out, and what we could do to actually help out each other. That's going to be our third segment for this morning. So what we're about to do is that we're about to take that commercial break, the first one, before we jump on into what is going to be a fun Friday. If it is your birthday today, here is wishing you a happy, happy birthday. We'll take the break. When we come back, we'll be cooking up a storm with Grace Flavor with a beat. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Hello. Okay, sure, I'll be there. Hello?
Hi, Mommy. When are you coming home? I really miss you.
Hearing the voice of our loved ones can always lift our spirits and make us feel whole again. With Smart's Twice as Nice promotion, prepaid customers who make 5 minutes worth of national calls on Sundays can enjoy 50% off. Top double on all national calls for the rest of the day. Call your loved ones and enjoy half off all day long. Smart, bringing people together.
In these challenging times, the one thing that is certain is that the Belize Bank Limited is here for you. There is nothing more important than your health and safety, and we continue to make every effort to make banking safer for you. Our staff is working around the clock to make sure you can do your banking conveniently 24/7 using our mobile banking app and online banking and keeping ATMs up and running. We value your relationship with us and are here to provide the support you need. First responders are also out there 24/7. Thank you, healthcare workers, security forces, firefighters, caregivers. You are all appreciated. Stay safe. We will get through this together. The Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Actualmente, el virus de COVID-19 en el país sigue siendo una amenaza. Debido a que el virus nos necesita para propagarse de una persona a otra, podemos evitar que infecte a otros si practicamos el distanciamiento físico. Eso significa, manténgase al menos a 6 pies de distancia de otras personas. Evite el contacto físico. No se salude con besos, abrazos ni de mano. No se reúna en grupos grandes. Quédese en casa cuando los oficiales de la salud así lo indiquen. Utilice los medios sociales o el teléfono para comunicarse con los amigos. Evite los espacios cerrados y las áreas con mucha gente. Trabaje desde casa si puede. No visite a nadie que esté enfermo, en cuarentena o en aislamiento. Mejor, llámelos por teléfono. Protejamos nuestra salud.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
Belize has the highest population of the Antillean manatee in the world, and we'd like to keep it that way.
The Sea to Shore Alliance and our partners have been fighting to protect our environment and these endangered manatees.
Each year, however, their death rate continues to increase rapidly due to watercraft collision, destruction of coastal habitat, entanglement in fishing gears, garbage pollution, and poaching. Yes, poaching.
These animals are in dire trouble and they need our help.
It's our responsibility as Belizeans to protect what belongs to us.
In order to create a safe environment and future for our aquatic friends, we must act now.
Respecting no-wake zones and manatee habitat is important.
Practice sustainable fishing methods and properly discard damaged fishing gear.
People throw garbage everywhere, except in the garbage can.
Garbage stops here.
When we safeguard important habitats such as mangroves, seagrass beds, the barrier reef, and our marine lives, we are safeguarding our livelihoods.
I want you to look after my future. What about me?
When I grow up, I want to see manatees.
We are asking for your support, and we thank you for recognizing the importance of manatees and their habitats.
Thank you for caring.
Big thank you from our aquatic friends.
I am a humanitarian.
I am a humanitarian.
We are humanitarians.
Protect. Protect. We protect.
We should protect our manatees.
We must protect them. Protect what belongs to us.
Protect ours.
Protect your manatees, Belize.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not try, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try.
Flavor with a Beat is brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and I'll tell you what, we are inside this kitchen because it is Grace Flavor with a Beat. That's what we're doing as we speak. In with us, we've got Harsha Jenkins, and of course, we've got Arturo, and they'll be telling us exactly what we need to do to make sure we get our morning started the right way.
That's right.
So Harsh, and of course, Arturo, what are we doing this morning?
Well, good morning. Today we'll be doing the Grace Tuna Taco and Tostadas with our newest kid on the block, which is the San Marcos line, with San Marcos beans and jalapenos. So we're in for a fun morning, guys.
All right, so did you come up with this recipe?
Yeah, it's a quick fix.
And about Arturo?
Maybe.
Arturo, so let's get it started, buddy. Let's get it cracking, lacking. All right, so first things first, We've got our frying pan. Look, when I in my kitchen, I like everything. All right, middle, I like it balanced.
Good.
Balance. So I'm looking forward to what you guys are going to do here. First things first, we're adding
Grace coconut oil.
Grace coconut oil.
Nice flavor, right?
All right. And then from there, we'll be adding in what?
Some fresh vegetables too.
Fresh veggies.
Right. So we have we will be chopping up some garlic here.
All right.
And if Artie, can you please pass me a sweet pepper?
All right. Man.
Here you go.
Man. I like the togetherness. That much I could tell you. Well, one of the things that I'm seeing here, guys, is that there are a lot of products on here. We'll be talking about those in just a few.
That's right.
But I noticed that you've got your ingredients. And what are we going to use as our ingredients for these dishes?
So for the refried beans, which we're doing now, we'll be just adding some garlic, sweet pepper, and onion.
Okay.
Because you know it's refried beans. I know we like our fresh beans, but like I said, this is a quick fix. So
Yeah.
if you're, you know, a quick lunch, we just put some fresh vegetables, and then we throw in with beans.
But the thing is that the San Marcos, I mean, it's as good as what you got at home. All right, so here we go. Me, I like bubbling Arturo. You look jealous already. Ooh.
No, man, I could cook too. I just give it to her.
Yeah. So, all right, so we're taking things over. Man, I like it. Nothing smells better than when you put garlic, onion, and bell pepper together.
Especially frying in a coconut oil.
Tell me about it, too.
That's when
Tell
you
me
go home
about
in
it.
the evening and you smell that nice taste. You
Yes.
want to eat, right?
You know, you want to say good evening. You just want to say we're food. All right, so that's what we've got. First things first, we heat our frying pan.
Yep.
We put some grease, coconut oil, diced onions, diced garlic, and diced sweet pepper.
That's right.
And now we're adding our San Marcos refried beans.
Yes.
What color we got there? Black, right?
Yes, this is the black beans. We carried our black beans, the red beans, and refried red beans with chipotle. So that's
What?
very interesting.
So you got all that.
The three beans, yes.
So there are three different types. The San Marcos refried black, refried red, and refried red with chipotle.
Chipotle, that's correct.
All right. So it's basically for, you know, for everybody flavor, everybody taste.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's do that then. Man, check her channel.
Try it out.
Yes. I'm excited when it comes to the kitchen. Man, what? Look here, man. You check that out too, bro? Yeah. All right.
Could add a little drop of water.
Right.
I would add a drop of water. For me, I'd add some grease, coconut milk as well.
Okay,
Just to give it some, you know, that nice flavor.
That's
We
right.
already have coconut oil in here.
Yes.
For me, I like that little milk here. Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go. Notice that, man. I know you there at home, you're looking forward to some of this. But you could do it. It's actually in the stores, right? Tell us about it.
Yes, it's in the stores, and in Belize City at Publix we have a 10% discount. We're encouraging customers to go out and try it. Since it's a new baby, we are working on our distribution, so you might not find it countrywide as yet, but we're working on it. And as soon as you find it out there, guys, give it a try. Price point is right. So, and then if you want to give us feedback, you could always contact us on our Facebook page and let us know what you think about the product.
All right, and one of the things I like about that site as well, you also get some menus so you could try. And I think that's great because, well, when I get home, you ask your wife, "Babe, what will I eat today?" I don't know. Oh, let's go to that site. God, they have something going on.
That's right.
All right, so while we're getting this done, Turo, I noticed you've got a lot of stuff in front. Tell us about all you've got while we continue to bubble up a storm.
Good morning again, guys. So what we have here is most of our new product, which is the Charged chocolate line. You can, like Harsha said, it's a new baby for us, so we are working, trying to promote it and let it reach all the stores. So you can find them at this moment. I believe Publix is the only store in Belize that would have most of them here in Belize City. And also we have a promotion going on for the month with Curry Beer, Stag Beer, Moccasin Stout, and Royal Extra Stout. So the Curry Beer price is $50 per case, the Stag price is $50 per case. Moccasin Stout is $65 per case, and the Royal Extra Stout is $55 per case at our office. We also carry Busta, so we have deals on Busta, which is $24.75 for the case of assorted Busta. We have Chubby, which is $18 for the case as well.
All right, and all those deals are what? Countrywide?
Yes.
All right, cool. So now you know, and you know, one of the things I like, especially with all the chocolates that's going on, Easter around the corner. The kids they want to play out soon.
That's right.
And you also told me that you got something with rum and raisin. What?
This is the nice one, the rum and raisin.
For the adults.
Yes, you can open it and try it.
Man, you don't have to say it 2-3 times.
Just look at his facial expression right now.
Oh, all right.
It's really good. I'm a person, I don't really like chocolate, but that's the only one I would eat.
You know, funny enough, I'm not really a chocolate guy as well. Let's check that out. So let's see what's going to happen here. Rum and raisin chocolate.
Taste the rum.
Wait. All right, bang. Rum. There's a sweet from the raisin. And of course, there's a rich chocolate base.
All in one.
All in one.
Yep.
You can't beat that.
Nope.
The size of it is very good. So if you don't want anyone who like share, cool. If you don't want anyone who don't like share, cool. But this is good.
Guys, you can go visit our Grace Beverage Center page. We have an ongoing Easter raffle that we're about to do, which will be drawn on Easter. So it's to win a staycation stay at the Elysian Hotel for 2 nights fully paid with 2 cases of Carib beer and fuel allowances. So how you can enter this raffle is you go at any store countrywide, you purchase a 6-pack or 6 bottles of Carib. You tag one person in the comment on our Facebook page and you send your receipt to this WhatsApp number, which is 670-7332 to get a chance to win the staycation for Easter weekend. So you can look out for that and follow our Facebook page, which is Grace Beverage Center.
And the staycation is for how many people?
It's for a couple, 2 people.
Yeah. So you get 2 nights paid at the Elysian Hotel in Placencia. You get fuel allowance and you get 2 cases of Carib beer for the weekend.
Wait. You get fuel allowance too?
Yes, good for the road trip, whole road.
So it's basically a paid package. You just need to pay for your food and any other expense you want to have.
Well, do we put some more?
Yes, we need the coconut oil, and now we'll be frying the tuna. So we just put again some fresh vegetables, sweet pepper.
All right, sweet pepper in. Swirl around. Everybody likes that. I like the kitchen now. Like the kitchen. All right.
And then we're working with the chunk light tuna, Grace tuna in water.
Okay.
We've drained out the water earlier.
Man. Look at all of me excited, you know. And I like that. All right. So tuna in the pot.
Yep.
Being fried with coconut oil. And I also have in sweet pepper.
That's correct.
All right. Look like we don't have a party. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yes.
Yeah. All right. So once again, what we're doing, what we're cooking?
We're doing the Grace tuna taco with San Marcos refried beans and jalapenos. I know I mentioned about the beans line earlier, but we also have the jalapeno line in the San Marcos brand. We have the whole jalapeno, nacho jalapeno, pickled jalapeno, and rojadas, which is the jalapeno that you use in escabeche.
Oh, cool.
So we also have that here.
I actually thought jalapeno was jalapeno until we used to do a whole pile of jalapeno.
Well, you know, we got the full range.
And there it is on the screen. There it is on the screen. So beans done.
Beans done.
Tuna in the pot, frying up with a lot of flavor, of course. Coconut oil and bell pepper. And now I see turtle come out now.
Yes.
Yes.
Then
All
we
right.
also made the pico de gallo. You could pre-prep. That's just for the additional flavor with your tostada and tacos.
All right. So there we go. There we have it. And this of course, is a quick, easy one.
Yes, this is a quick
good,
fix.
easy one.
Yep.
You know, I'm a big fan of the UFC, and I always wonder what can I snack on when it comes to that. And this, of course, is a great one.
That's correct.
All right.
And if you go, you know, for lunch, you have 1 hour break. This maybe take 15, 20 minutes, and you're done. Wrap up your lunch.
Just like that.
Yep.
Check that out too.
Bubble.
Yes.
So also, guys, countrywide, there's also a promotion on our Grace mackerel and sardines. If you purchase 3, you get 3 free as well. That's in all the big supermarkets countrywide, since it's actually a promotion we do every year for Lent, since Belizeans have this tradition that Friday you would eat some type of fish. So you can look out for those promotions in the stores as well, countrywide, from Corozal to Punta Gorda and all the big supermarkets.
All right. So now you know. And for that reason, Turo, we're so glad you could be in with us, because you tell us about all the steel deals that's going on. All right, so you just passed him some more tortilla, but this is not the fried one.
No.
So what are we going to do there?
We're going to do the tuna taco. So you have hard shell and soft shell. Whatever your preference is, we're just giving you 2 options.
All right, cool. And he actually did double there too.
Yep, what? That's how I like my tacos.
2 tortilla, please. All right, so we're done with this. Let's move this. Let's put it here. And we're putting this here.
Yeah, I need to put beans
here
as well.
Okay, you need to put that here. So who is going to make this one? You're going to make this one?
Yes.
All right, so here we go.
Thank you.
All right, so you need the beans again?
Yes.
You just tell me what you need.
All right.
You just tell me what you need. All right, there you go. All right, so I guess we could turn this off now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. You smell that? Huh? You smell that? Who do we have there by the door?
Tyler.
Tyler, you smell that? Why? Rich-alicious.
Right.
All right.
My spoon.
You need spoon?
Yes.
All right, so let's put this back over here. You already need, we don't need that no more.
Right, there we
Check
go.
this out, Harsha. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. So all the steel deals are like you mentioned, and I'd like for you to run that by again, because Easter is right around the corner. Tell us, what do we have for the Easter?
So for the Easter deals, again, I would mention we have our Buster you can get at our office 2.5 miles on the Philip Golson Highway, which is $24.75 for the case of assorted Buster, which brings 24. We have Carib Beer and Stag Beer for $50. Moccasin Stout for $65. Royal Extra Stout for $55. We also have the new product, which is the Charles Chocolates. You can find them at all the Publix here in Belize City for now until we further distribute it countrywide. The San Marcos as well, all the Publix here in Belize City, we have a shelf just for those with 10% discount until we can further distribute countrywide as well.
Well,
so you can start look out for those.
And don't forget the Roman Reason chocolate. That's actually a great gift, I can tell you that. All right, so we just about to add our mild cheddar
cheese.
That's right.
Man, check this out. Ah, that look rich.
That look rich.
I tell you, right? My goodness.
And that's it, guys.
That's it?
Yep.
Ta-da.
That's your tuna taco and tostadas.
Great style.
Yes, using the Grace tuna and the San Marcos.
And like you mentioned, it's very easy. All you need to do is to get your tortilla.
Yes.
And you'll find yourself the products. Tell us about those once again in terms of the ingredients.
Right, so today we did 3 cans of tuna, Grace tuna in water, and we did 1 can of a black refried San Marcos refried beans, and then we did our pico de gallo. We pre-prepped the pico de gallo, and then you add cheese to your liking.
Easy as that. But if I am not a fan of the black beans, can I find a red? Can I find a red with chipotle? Can I find mixtures?
That's correct. You could get the red beans, or if you like it spicy, then you do red beans with chipotle.
All right, so there we go. But you know, on Saturdays, one of the things that I like, I love escabeche. So while I love escabeche, I know when it comes to my wife, she wants you this, that, along with jalapeno cinnamon. What do you have?
So for that, you remind me, John, I forget. So we were supposed to add our jalapeno slices. Just let me get
slices?
that.
We got that?
Yes.
Give me a man.
So you could add your peppers if you're a person that likes spice.
Man, I'll tell you what, we could add a lot of stuff because I actually see something else we could add. Look, when I get home, my stove, the hiss up out of me. My stove glad when I reach. All right, so we're gonna add that. When I use anything with pepper, I close my eye one eye because I had pepper thing once. All right, so there we go. All right, so now let's put that on there. And also we got some cilantro. And you know how it is when it comes to cilantro. Wash it off.
That's the best smell, true cilantro.
Yes. Tell me about it. We could get it cut up. Check that out, too, man. So we get that cut up. All right. And then we can sprinkle over it.
Oh, nice. Garnishing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Ta-da! Just like that. So the two plates we've got is
the tuna tostadas and the tuna tacos.
just like that. That's actually Grace Flavor with a beat. All the ingredients you need, one spot. That's how it is. Well, you can't tell it that we didn't tell you, or they didn't tell you exactly what to do for the weekend. This one is easy, this one is fast, and this one is actually delicious. They'll be back again in another 2 weeks. Make sure that you check out their site and you check out their menus. And trust me, you could walk away with great stuff, with ideas, good meals, because it's Grace Flavor with a beat. We're about to take a break. When we come back, we've got much more. This is actually Open Your Eyes, and it's a fun Friday. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Flavor with a Beat was brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
Our families, businesses, institutions, and the communities that surround us. Then by giving businesses the power to grow, entrepreneurs the ability to expand, and by giving our families the right to own something. The Belize Bank gives you the power to build a nation, our nation. Together. The Belize Bank. Our country. Your bank.
Are you traveling? Effective January 26, all passengers traveling internationally will need to get tested no more than 3 days before you travel to the United States. And show your negative result to the airline before you board your flight. Here at Caring Hands Clinic in San Pedro, we administer the antigen test, frequently referred to as a rapid test. Our products are CDC compliant and FDA approved. Testing has never been this easy. With our highly certified and licensed medical staff, we provide you with an accurate test result in minutes, making your experience fast, safe, and easy. To book your appointments today, contact us on any of our hotlines at 671-TEST or 672-TEST. 226-FAST or our Vonage line at 305-420-6203. Book your appointments online at www.belizecovidtest.com. Caring Hands Clinic Antigen Test Center. We're pleased to serve you.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen.
Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air. They only travel approximately 1 meter and quickly settle on surfaces. This is the reason person-to-person spread is happening mainly between close contacts. The exact time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known. So it is wise to clean surfaces regularly, particularly in the vicinity of people infected with COVID-19. Hands touch many surfaces, which can be contaminated with the virus. You should therefore avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, since contaminated hands can transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. When coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with the bend of your elbow or use a disposable tissue. If a tissue is used, discard it immediately into a closed bin. The most effective way to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus is to clean your hands frequently with an alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. This will eliminate the virus if it is on your hands. Stay healthy and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
The year is 1999. The woman is Eldora Rubio. It was her first day on the job as the first full-time female firefighter in Belize.
The hardest part is, this being in the sunlight for maybe 3 hours in a suit. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, the hose are not heavy?
They are heavy, but once you get used to it, you'll get accustomed to it. So to be as good as the other guys, to become like a professional there.
And firefighter Rubio became that professional, just as good as or better than the guys. Fast forward 2 decades, it's 2021. She's the fire safety officer with the Belize National Fire Service. This trailblazer has inspired other women to pursue a career in firefighting.
I've heard from 2 of the females, especially 2 of the females that are working, that I did motivated them when they first saw me, right? And that gave me a sense of accomplishment, right? And it helps me continue to reach this point. I was basically on my own for like the first 10 years or 5 years. After 2 other females that came in with me, they end up resigning a couple years after. So I was around, you can say, on my own for a few amount of years. And they tend to overlook you for those training, right? Because you're a female, you're considered the weaker link.
Rubio is anything but weak, and she'll tell you that those early years were tough. She wasn't welcomed as a firefighter and was often overlooked for training opportunities. After all, many of her male counterparts felt there was no place for a woman on the firefighting squad, but she was determined to become a career firefighter, not despite of, but because she was a woman.
1999, it wasn't that welcoming because firefighting was considered a male-dominated job. So about, you could say more than 50% of them didn't want me here. Some of my colleagues that I've trained with, they didn't tell me it up front, but afterwards they told me if it wasn't for me, they would have quit the training. But I helped motivated them to finish because their thing is a female will not beat me. So they push themselves to finish. Throughout the years, I've proven myself. I showed them that I can carry my own weight, that I can do my work, and I gained their respect throughout the years.
How did you motivate yourself during those years?
The job. I fell in love with the job. So coming to work every day, expecting something different every day, you don't know what to expect when you come to work.
What is it that you love about this job?
The challenge. It's been challenging from the start, not only with the emergency calls that we go on, but the guys that you work with. Because eventually I became supervisor for some of them, right? And after a while, they came around and they learned to respect me.
There are 6 full-time female firefighters in the Belize National Fire Service, and the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Reduction wants to recognize trailblazer firefighter Rubio.
We believe in this ministry that we have to give women recognition, especially as you mentioned, in those areas where it's not traditional or even cultural to see some of these women get involved, and especially making a career of such. In the area of firefighting, there are a few women who are involved. Congratulate Ms. Eldora Dativa Chacon Rubio from the National Fire Service of Belize.
As a fire safety officer, Rubio's job is to educate students about fire safety. She also leads fire marshal trainings as well as fire safety inspections to help keep businesses and other public places safe. Rubio's career is an example of how she has broken barriers and forged a path for other women in what's a traditionally male-dominated field. To date, it's one of the most rewarding experiences of her life.
Second to having my son, This is the best decision I've made. I wouldn't change anything, even the challenges with the guys. I think they made me stronger. They made me more dedicated to the job. Their behavior towards me, or when I first started, actually pushed me to prove to them that I could do the same thing that they can do. So I wouldn't change anything, because going through that actually made me be the person I am today.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.
That was a Flashback Friday. It wasn't too far of a flashback. That was a feature done for our news program where Andrea looked back at, Andrea Polanco, or reporter, looked back at the accomplishments of one female firefighter who started at a time where she was an anomaly, and seeing her all these years later still in the profession and still encouraging others to get involved as well.
That's right. It's never too late. Actually, times are changing now. Get into it. Whatsoever you're feeling, whatsoever you feel like doing, this is your opportunity to get on into it and continue to skyrocket from there. But nonetheless, we're about to get on now into our second segment. This one is all about Child Stimulation Month, the Ministry of Education activities. They'll be telling us all about it. In with us, we have Lurleen Betson and also Kenlyn Welch. Ladies, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
We're singing. Morning. So we're seeing you guys on the screen. You guys are looking lovely on a Friday.
Thank you.
Lurleen, let's get on into it. Child Stimulation Month. Tell us all about it and what must we expect?
All right. So like each year we have Child Stimulation Month, and this is where we get to celebrate our preschoolers. And on a normal basis, we would start with the parade, where we would flood the streets countrywide with our preschoolers parading and displaying the different teams, which comes under the curriculum. Yeah. But this year, because of COVID, we had to do things a little bit different, but never to say the less that we can't come together as a huge group, but there is nothing short in terms of Child Stimulation Month. And we marked the month open last week, Friday, with a virtual rally. And just to give you a little bit of details in terms of the virtual rally, that was one that really warmed my heart. And I say that because of the fact that because of COVID, sometimes we sit back and we say, oh man, what is happening to our little babies? Is it that they're not getting any type of stimulation? Do the parents really have time to assist them? Because for older children, it's easier for them to get on a laptop, get on a computer and be able to navigate. But with our babies now, we need the parents. But guys, I must say that the virtual rally, I ended up shedding a little happy tear, because when I went from district to district, the turnout and the participation proved that, you know what, our preschoolers are still being stimulated. Yeah. So what we did this year, like I said, was a virtual rally. So we looked at each district, we visited each district, and the district officers were responsible to get a child to do an activity, a parent and a child, and a teacher. So we went a little bit different. So when we videotape those, we combine all of it, and then we had our first of its kind virtual rally last week, Friday, and that is where I met little Kenlyn.
Aww. And Kenlyn looks so excited to be with us this morning. How are you, Kenlyn?
Good.
Okay, tell me a little bit you about yourself. What's your name? How old are you? And what school do you go to?
What's your name? Kenlyn Welch, and I'm 4 years old. And I go to my YWCA. I go to my YWCA preschool.
Okay.
So
Mommy, we're doing you a disservice there. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Sherilyn Rodriguez. I'm Kenlyn's mommy.
Thank you so much for getting her up early. She looks really excited.
Yes, she was sleeping.
Well, you know,
I was so sleepy. I didn't want to get up.
Uh-oh. But you look like you have so much energy now. Did you have breakfast? Not yet. It's very early, we know. Mommy, this is a great time for you to provide some feedback. Distance and online and at-home learning has been different for every household. And of course, it depends on age. It depends on how you are learning. Tell us what it's been like for you doing the at-home schooling with a preschooler.
It's been really good, actually. I happen to work from home, so prior to my daughter going to the preschool, she actually saw me, logging on, having my own virtual meetings as such. So when it was her turn to do it, she was just excited. So all the participation, I'm glad that the teachers at Y, they engage the students doing both live classes and pre-recorded lessons. So every day she's kept very busy. She has a lot of work to do all the time. So the stimulation is really effective, Miss Lurleen. Well, coming from Y, right?
Yeah. And that can be seen across all districts, because like I made mention, the way we did the rally, when you look at parents actually participating, some of them sang, some of them danced, some of them said poems. I mean, you could see their eyes lit up, and you could see that, you know what, some of them actually maybe for the first time said, I can really assist my child, I could really do more. So when you look at early childhood and the preschool sector, being forced to use different platforms and being forced to have that bond isn't that bad or as bad as we may have thought it would have been.
Yeah. Exactly where I wanted to go, because I've got a young one. I've got a 3-year-old, and she is enrolled in preschool. But the thing about it, though, is that she prefers to do work with her peers, like children like herself, and it's tough when they're not there. So how are you guys coping, or having parents or coaxing parents actually to try and get their children much more involved, especially at the preschool level?
You know, I have to really say hats off to our teachers. Yeah. I have seen teachers gone over and beyond what they even do inside a regular classroom setting. And I say this because like sometimes I would look at the Facebook page, or sometimes they would send me videos, and I really see teachers in their element. You see teachers putting out some stories. You see teachers teaching, actually doing the little virtual teaching in groups. And I have a lot of teacher friends, and some of them would say, you know what, Lurleen, I actually have 3 different sessions. So I would take 5 of my students for this period of time, another 5, another 5. Some of them actually do it in the evening time, just to assist parents who would work and would have to take their children to maybe the grandparents or a babysitter. So then they wait until the parents get home, and then they would do their little teaching in the evening. So our teachers, our preschool teachers, are really going over and beyond. And the beauty about it is it's becoming infectious. Yeah. Because at first it was just a few of them really going the extra mile. But I could safely say across all districts right now, we have majority of our preschool teachers fully on board with trying their best to reach them. For people who don't have Facebook, I see some of the teachers utilize WhatsApp. Majority of us have WhatsApp. So they would do little video tapings and share that in the parent group. And so there are different little tactics that they're using that is really and truly helping our little ones.
Child Simulation Month is really an opportunity to, in previous conversations, to have parents get involved. But what we've had is a child stimulation year, because parents do have to be involved, especially at that preschool level. It's like you don't have a choice, because the child isn't going to open the computer or WhatsApp on their own. Maybe a game, but not school.
Yes. So for us, it worked out, because initially when COVID came around, we had a lot of discussion around primary school and high school, and it's like we felt left out. And when I say we, I'm speaking for my preschool parents and my preschoolers, because we all know that preschoolers are touchy. So they are going to touch each other, and that's one of the ways in terms of how COVID spread. So like you rightly said, we had a year of more engagement with parents and teachers and parents and child.
Yeah. Ms. Meston, you know, I'm here thinking that because what normally happens is that especially the children in the preschool setting or kindergarten, they're prepped to go to another level. But normally what happens is that this is physically done. You know, you're there with them, it's a hands-on learning. They know that when it comes to, and sometimes you actually show them the different teachers, like this is teacher so-and-so, you'll be meeting her in, but that's not done right now. Or I'm thinking, what is being done to prep them to move to another level? We're in another year, a new school year will be starting shortly.
You know what? COVID is doing us a favor, because some of our preschool setting used to be mini primary school, where they want the student to sit down and do a lot of writing, do a lot of math, which the main focus was math and literacy per se. Yeah. But now it has to be more hands-on activities. Yeah. So it works for us. It works for us in the sense that teachers can no longer just give a whole set of sit down and trace or different activities like that, but they have to be more creative in terms of what they do. And because they're being more creative, the interaction between teacher and child and parent and child is still there. We are fully cognizant, fully aware of the fact that when school does reopen, a lot of our students are going to be back a little. But because preschool doesn't focus on the academics, but rather the social aspect, that's the direction that we're going, to create that bond, to let them understand, you know what, I need to be able to live in a world, and this is where the tricky part comes in, because they're not physically playing with another child. And that's why I know some of our teachers try their best to form little groups so that they could actually see, this is how I look, I'm your teacher, like you rightly said, these are your classmates. So even though we don't want our preschoolers to be online for long periods of time, we have some very short videos that teachers do, some of them 3 minutes, and they ask them to do a little activity. I even see some of our students getting up and exercising, so the teacher is saying, raise your hand, right hand, and they're actually doing it. So it's working. It's not foolproof for the academic world, but it's foolproof in terms of the interaction that parents especially are having. And then we have the teachers who are more of a support to the parents or Ola's brothers and sisters.
I love what you're saying, because it's acknowledging both sides. It's seeing where we know that this very different year has caused some changes in how children learn, but the opportunity that came from it is that you have active parent engagement with the little ones. But I chuckled earlier, because I know in previous conversations we've talked about this so much, that you always say that in preschools the pressure comes from the parents, that they want to see academic success. In other words, how many numbers you know, how many letters you know, are you writing and spelling, versus understanding how preschoolers learn, which is through play. And well, Lurleen, I think after this year, at least this group of parents, they'll understand very much just how much they see their children are able to learn new things through little playful activities.
And our teachers are well aware that whenever classes open up back, students may not necessarily be at the level that they should be. Some will, because they have parents like the mother sitting here with us today who is able to do it, but teachers are fully aware that we will have a few students who will need that extra. And our teachers are ready to be back in the classroom for the most part.
I could imagine.
Well, let's hear from Kenlyn too.
Yeah.
Kenlyn, tell us, what are you learning in school? I didn't hear you. Can you say it again, please?
What are you learning in school? What did you learn this week? Physical education.
Tell me.
What did you learn? They did physical education this week. So we had to lay out her exercise mat for her live classes. And she got her little dumbbells, her bottle of water. So it was very physical this week for her. But yeah, she's been learning a lot. They've been doing patterns recently. They continuously learn a lot about their numbers. So they're all the way up to 50 right now.
Kenlyn, you can count to 50?
She's thinking about it.
Can you? Okay, so you do exercises at home, right?
I do.
Yeah, what kind of exercises do you do?
I do the dumbbells.
The dumbbells? What do you do with them?
What do you do with the dumbbells? You work out your arms, right?
I work out my arms,
Really?
my legs, and my arms again, and my legs again.
Okay, and what do? You lift them up? Do you put them to the side?
You put them up and down.
Up and down. Are they very heavy? No.
Wow.
That means
the 2-pound one.
That means you're a very strong girl. How about our alphabet? Yeah. ABCs?
Yes.
You can do your ABCs?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you show us?
You want to say your ABC? No.
All right. What if we do it with you? Would you teach me and John?
You want to teach them how to do the ABC?
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
So let's start. John will start first.
All right, you ready? You want to count me down? You want to count 1, 2, 3, and then we start?
Yeah.
All right, so do it, and I will start.
1, 2, 3.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
H, I, J, K, L, M,
N,
O,
P. Let's continue. Q, R, S,
T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Know my ABCs. Next, I want you to sing with me.
Yay! Good job.
So Kenlyn's mom, I forget your name, forgive me. What's your name again?
Erlyn.
All right. So I want to get into a realistic part of this thing here, because there are a lot of parents just like you who are right here at home, and they must be along with the kids as well. Talk to us about the interaction with the child while you have work and trying to get everybody engaged. And I'm saying this because this is actually reality as we speak. How do you do that?
Well, you know, everything is about schedules, and this has been me from ever since, right? So I need to plan out my life, and that's exactly how we've continued to work through COVID. I have my work schedule, and of course I had to incorporate homeschooling into that. So I block out certain hours on my calendar. So my employers know, they're fully aware of the situation. So everybody has had to adapt during this time. So they know that, you know, they're in the same boat I am. They have kids at home that they have to make sure that they're doing their homeschooling. So yeah, like I said, scheduling, just making sure that time is set aside to make sure that homework is done, to make sure that they attend the live classes, to make sure that they're viewing these recorded sessions, making sure that, you know, all the equipment, the internet, everything is always working. So
Yeah.
we have cell phones, we have tablet, we have the laptops to make sure that she's engaged. I mean, I go so far as to get her, I pay for ABC Mouse because it's not all the time that I could sit down and engage her. Sometimes I have work to do, but she wants attention, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just to make sure that while I'm working, that she's doing something, she's learning, not only spending time on YouTube, which we know these kids are in love with
Oh my
these
goodness.
days.
Yeah.
Tell me about
Watching
it.
all of these things on YouTube that to me have no educational value, but
Girl.
it helps them. They know how to navigate the technology, and so
Yeah.
I guess that's the plus side to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the answer to your question is scheduling and sticking to that schedule.
I think you just spoke on behalf of lots of parents
Yup.
out there about the YouTube part especially. But Lurleen,
Yeah.
let's bring in another perspective. What about the parents who can't work from home, or the parents who feel ill-equipped to be able to guide their children through the learning? What have you found has been the solution so far? How has the ministry and the teachers been able to kind of assist there?
I'll start from the parent standpoint. Yes, we still have parents who either may have the time but don't know how to communicate or to present the materials to students. We do have those type of parents. We're fully aware of that. And what I have seen teachers doing is, like I said, do short videos. So it's basically just to, the parent would just open up whatever app, whether it's the use of the cell phone, and press play, and the teacher is actually teaching. So then there is limited amount of, what's the word I want to use? There is limited knowledge necessary for the parents to do, because the teacher is like, you're physically watching the teacher in motion, and the teacher is doing all the teaching. Yes, it would be ideal for parents to be able to sit beside the child and to navigate and help them and so forth. But we do know that we don't have parents who, some don't have the time and some don't know how.
Yeah.
So that's one way. From the ministry standpoint, our Facebook page has been blowing up and has been active in terms of putting up different activities and different things. Like I said, when we would find different videos or so forth from teachers, we share them. So that's another way that the information is getting out. I know that the ministry has launched a Sesame Street program.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know if you remember Sesame Street, and that's way back when I was a young child with Elmo. I remember Elmo good.
Yeah.
I watched the first version of that, and even though it's a very short cartoon, it teaches you different skill. Like the first one that was launched that I saw taught about directions and how Elmo was able to find the queen's crown because he followed the direction that was given to him. So I know that's another way that the ministry is working on helping, and that program can be viewed on our ministry Facebook page daily, every day at 9 o'clock. And I do know that they're working out how we could get it probably on Channel 5. That's still in the pipeline. So we're trying to reach parents and to assist our students and our parents using different modalities. But as a ministry, our education officers right now are being that support arm for teachers, encouraging teachers to continue doing the awesome job that they're doing. I know for Kayo, and Kayo comes in mind because I was speaking to one of the officers, what they do is they have this group chat and they share and they plan activities as a district. So even if you are a young teacher and let's say, for example, the letter S comes up and you don't know how to present it virtually, they actually do that planning as a district. So you could just pull out certain materials. So it's like they bounce on each other's strength. So those are some of the things that we are really trying and hoping that we're able to reach those who are really in need of our help.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I think it's so important that we talk about, while we can acknowledge that it is challenging for some parents, and some parents also have different level of engagement or time available to do the work. What's the most essential thing that parents of preschoolers can do?
The most essential thing.
Yeah.
I think I would say being there and trying with the child.
Yeah.
Even though it may not be perfect, the child in turn won't give up.
Yeah.
Because and I say that because remember, our preschoolers aren't vocal enough to say, "Mommy, why is it I can't?" Some of them will ask, "Mommy, why is it I can't go to school?" And then you say, "Baby, because of COVID," and then the other why comes. And so they can't internalize that, you know what, there's this big disease out there, and if you go out there, this is what is going to happen. So there's a little fear and a little distance that they may be feeling. So I'm saying to parents that making that connection, looking at the affective domain in terms of being there, of socializing with your child, is going to go a long way. And while the socializing and the talking to the child, hugging the child and so forth becomes easier, the academic component is going to eventually trickle in. Because if your child is used to you being around and trying to help and talking to him or her, then when you want to say, "Okay, baby, let's come to our numbers," it's easier for that child to come and try with you, as opposed to you just going to work, coming home, doing your work, and then you say, "Okay, let's sit down and count." The distance and the separation is going to be there.
You're totally
I'd like
right.
to add to that too. You know, for us parents, we have to remember to have patience with our babies.
Yes.
Wait, we have to show John's face. Go ahead.
I have had to remind myself quite often, like, you know, when I'm getting irritable, like, we are all going through what's happening together. And even us as adults, sometimes it's hard to control how you're feeling. So imagine a little baby, you know, 2, 3, 4 years old, they're still learning, you know, so shouting at them, getting mad at them, being irritable. Sometimes as parents, we just have to check ourselves, you know, even if you have to stop in the middle of a lesson and say, "You know what, let's get some water," you know, or, "All right, you go and wash your face, I'll get some water," you know, just take that little break. Remind yourself that this is just a little child and they need for you to engage with them a certain kind of way so that they are receptive to what you're trying to teach them. Because, I mean, you know, I as an adult, if you shout at me, I don't want to hear anything else you have to say. Right? So that just to add to that, just patience, and don't be afraid. Just stop in the middle of whatever you're doing and take a break and collect.
What you're saying is,
I love that. I love that so much, and thank you so much for saying that, because we have to also remember that for some of them, this is their first school. So if you make it one that is tense and you keep shouting at me, then when it's time for them to actually go to school, they won't want to.
They won't want to.
Oh, I love that. You see how much we've been able to learn in just this little time. And I think what's interesting, is this Kenlyn's first year in school?
Yes, it is. I only sent her to second year, and she's going to big school after this.
Wow. That's the word right there, big school.
Kenlyn, are you going to go to big school soon?
You're going to go to big school?
But Lurleen, so we're right at mid-month. It is Child Stimulation Month. I'm so glad you guys had that little virtual rally. But so what happens for the next 2 weeks while we continue to celebrate this Child Stimulation Month?
Districts have different activities planned. Like some of them did the hug day, the virtual hug day. Some of them did grandparents day. Some of them did Belizean day. So we do have the districts who organize different things, but we have three national activities: the rally that went, and then coming up is the Festival of Arts, where we're going to have four 4 presentations from each district being virtually. Remember, everything is virtually, and we're going to showcase that. So there is a national showcase of Festival of Arts, and that's going to happen March 30th. But just before we do that, remember, when we look at Festival of Arts, it happens on a district basis. So what our education officers are going to do is to approach the different media houses and ask them to run the videos, maybe at the end of news, between the news and so forth, just to get the different expressive arts out there in terms of drama, poetry, dance, etc., to be shown. And then March 30th, we're going to have where 4 items from each district will be showcased for the National Festival of Arts, and that's going to be aired March 30th. Okay. We also have the National Storytelling Competition, where we have 2 participants, and this is for teachers. We have 2 participants from each district who will be taped, and we're going to combine all of those, and that is going to be shown on March 31st, sorry. The Festival of Arts is March 30th, and the National Storytelling is March 31st.
I know, and that's usually very entertaining. So people are in for a treat that they can see that online. When you see those teachers get on stage and read those stories, it is amazing. So I mean, before it used to be at the Bliss, and so, you know, in every challenge there's opportunity. Now even more people can see it as well. Yes. All right, but we also have some entertainment lined up as well, right? Kenlyn, are you doing a poem for us today? Yes, you've been waiting and waiting. All right. So as we close off our conversation on Child Simulation Month, and thank you, Lurleen, for giving us all the information. I think you have offered so much reassurance to parents, as well as Kenlyn's mom as well, for talking about her personal experience, helping people realize, 1, they're not alone. 2, it does get challenging sometimes, but most importantly, all of it is benefiting your little one at the end of the day. So thank you for sharing that information. And as Lurleen mentioned, a lot of this information and other tools that you can use are on the Ministry of Education's Facebook page, so they can check it out there. And we're going to close off our segment with little Kenlyn doing a special poem for us, right?
You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Sing your poem. I am special as I can be. I am special, I am me. I have 2 hands and 2 eyes to see, and nose to smell, and my ears hear well, and mouth to talk, and 2 legs to walk. But that's not all, because you see, I am special, I am me. I am special as I can be, because no one looks or acts like me. I am one person, myself, me. And that's the way that it should be.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, and best of luck for the entire month. All right?
Thank you for having us.
All right, so that's the way it is. We're about to take a break. When we come back, like we mentioned, it's a fun Friday.
I was touching my nose and eyes.
I am special. I am me. I am special as I can be. I have eyes to see,
nose, mouth,
to smell. All right, when we come back, it's going to be a conversation surrounding a telethon fundraising event under the theme Diabetes Care and Control. Save your kidneys, invest in your health. What is all that? We'll tell you when we come back. Stay with us, we'll be back.
Working off-site doesn't mean you have to be off your game. Studies have shown that by simply adding a keyboard and mouse to your laptop, it increases your productivity by 26%. And adding a monitor takes it up by 35%. At Full Tech Systems, We have what you need to enhance your remote work or e-learning experience with devices such as headsets, video conferencing monitors, webcams, keyboards, mice, docking stations, all with the brands that you can rely on. With collaboration tools such as Microsoft 365 Suite and Kaspersky, your team can stay connected and perform efficiently no matter where they are. Fulltech Systems, your trusted technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Currently, we're using Smart Elite VoIP calling plan. We use it interbranch, we use it to call outside, and we also use it to call international. It's far cheaper than what we used to have before. Our new PBX box is new. So the PBX is very good because I can call to my Sartaneja branch, I can call to my Kikaka branch, I can call to San Pedro branch, and there's no cost using the PBX. Actually right now, since we're in different locations, I can call main office from where I am at a no cost using the PBX system. I would recommend it, sure I would, especially the big enterprises who has a lot of employees. There's a lot of reduction in costs, 50% of saving. But that on a year, it's a lot of money that we're saving. Money that we could return to our members, since we give back dividend to our members.
Visit our showroom or call 670-6710 to find out how Smart's corporate plan and PBX systems can benefit your business. Consultation is free.
Congratulations to our Belikin Poppers Topper winners today. Continue popping those toppers out for Belikin for a chance to win free beer, $20, $100, or $1,000.
Papa Stopper! Belikin, the beer of Belize.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate your lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
This is a message from the Belizean Youth for Road Safety in collaboration with the Belize Road Safety Initiative and BEM. When you reach that light, take heed, reduce speed. Hold up when you reach that light. Take heed, reduce speed. Hold up when you reach that light. Hold up when you reach that light. Wait till it change up when you reach that light. Hold up when you reach that light. yellow, then that time fi go slow. Some people like rush, why them off act so. Your destination got nowhere to go. Look out, the people where they walk across the road. Look out, the people where they ride across the road. When you're walking, look out for the hand signs though. The pedestrian signal will die when you reach that light. Take heed, reduce speed. Hold up when you reach that light. Take heed, reduce speed. Hold up when you reach that light. Hold up when you reach that light. Wait till it change up when you reach that light. Hold up when you reach that light. Wait till it change up.
Persons at risk of becoming seriously ill from the flu or the coronavirus, people over the age of 60, persons with medical conditions they already had, such as diabetes or heart disease or conditions that has made their immune system low, such as HIV or cancers. At this time, there is no vaccine or treatment. Serious cases may need oxygen or ventilator support. Be caring and show support for your elderly loved one during this time. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health. Reduce your risk of viral illness like the flu or the coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're now moving into our third segment for the morning. This one is actually about a telethon fundraising event, and it's going to be held under the theme Diabetes Care and Control. Save your kidneys, invest in your health. Now, in to tell us all about it, we've got Lynette Valerio, who is the acting president of the Belize Diabetes Association. Also, we've got Chantel Lofter of Belaifa as well, and they're both on the screen. Good morning and welcome to both of you.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. It seems that the energy is just right for the morning. So let's talk about this telethon. I mean, we're looking forward to it every year. We hear about new things and innovative ways of how we could get things done for this event. So let's start with Miss Lynette. Miss Lynette, tell us about it. What's going on for this weekend?
Exercises do you do? Great, John. Thank you for having us, and thank you everyone for tuning in. The Telethon 2021 will be held on Saturday, March 13 at the ITVET. The three organizations, Belize Diabetes Association, Kidney Association of Belize, Belaifa, decided last year that we needed to raise some funds because during 2020, when we had COVID-19, a lot of our patients suffered during the year.
Wow.
There were some cases where the condition worsened for some people. People living with diabetes, for example, saw that glucose levels increase, kidney conditions worsened, people's eyes deteriorated, people had lower limbs amputations, such as their toes, and in some cases, foot got amputated. And we were not able to do the usual fundraising that we would normally have during the year. Besides that, a lot of the resources in the health service centers were directed to COVID-19. And besides that, because of COVID-19 and all the fear, persons living with these non-communicable diseases were afraid to come out. And so stress levels went up. And sadly, we lost some members along the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Decided that, we need to do something. We cannot wait until COVID-19 is all gone and clear before we start helping our people. And so the organization decided that we must do something. We need to get the public to help us in raising these funds. And we have to understand that 2020 was a very challenging year. And we have created also a GoFundMe account to reach families and friends in the diaspora, people in the United States, in Europe, in UK, in Canada, and all over the world. We want our families and friends and even people such as donors and sponsors to support us by using the GoFundMe account. And so that was the basis of the telethon. And so we feel that it's something that we need to do because we want to help our members living with diabetes. We want to help our families, loved ones, and even you who are living with diabetes and kidney disease. So this is why we're doing this fundraising. And Ms. Anna can share a little bit more about kidney.
What's the aim? What's the target amount that you're aiming for?
The target, Marlene, is 100,000 Belize dollars.
Yeah.
The period starts now, which is March 11th, World Kidney Day. Yesterday, we celebrated World Kidney Day, and we will conclude on World Diabetes Day, which is on November 14th this year. So we have that period, and that's the reason why we call it Telethon 2021, to be able to run throughout the entire, most of the year.
That's so helpful, because I was wondering, clearly to raise that type of money in one day would be a lot, but you are leaving it open for a period of time. Lynette, one of the things that I think people don't know is what organizations like Kidney Association and Diabetes and Belaifa, who helps to raise funds for you, what you do for patients. For example, at Diabetes Association, you guys have been offering strips, and testing equipment and medication for diabetics for a very long time. Tell us about what you use these funds for.
Great. So we have a lot of people living with diabetes. And this is a condition that really some people may have diabetes presently and don't even know it. So important that they do testing. And because of our lifestyle, the way we carry ourselves, what we eat, the lack of exercise that that we don't incorporate into our lives. So we are at risk for diabetes. And unless we change some of those habits via awareness campaign, more promotion, more screening for people, until we do that, then people will become very cognizant that this is something that they really need to manage. Because maybe 5 years from now, persons who do not have diabetes will develop the condition. And the World Health Organization projects that in the next 10 to 20 years, we will see more people living with diabetes. And that's sad. In Belize, we want to be able to, as much as possible, delay diabetes, delay complications from diabetes, complications such as blindness, kidney disease, and lower limbs amputation. So we appeal to international donors as well to provide us with the diabetes supplies. And then funding also comes so that we can have monies to buy insulin, buy syringes, buy strips, because these are
And then you offer it at a lower cost to people who go to the association, right?
Yes. And in some cases, if they cannot afford it, we just have to give it. Because, for instance, insulin, persons living with type 1 diabetes, they need insulin every day. If they don't get the dose of insulin, they will die.
So let's bring it. Oh, is Anna with us as yet?
Anna is there. Anna?
Ms. Anna should be.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning,
good
Ms.
morning.
Anna.
Here.
From the Kidney Association of Belize. And so Lynette gave us an overview. This is a collaboration between these organizations. And, when you think of how diabetes is so prevalent and how diabetes can very easily lead to chronic kidney conditions and the need for dialysis, it's such a it's a partnership that makes so much sense. So let's talk about the situation that you guys have there with the Kidney Association in needing funds to help your clients.
Well, you know that every year we do fundraising activities to be able to assist our patients. We have so many patients that need our assistance. Every day I'm receiving calls from people asking for us to assist them, and you know, we cannot close doors on anyone, so we try to assist them as much as we could. Since the pandemic started last year, we were not able to continue with our fundraising activities. Hence the reason, as Ms. Valeria was mentioning, we decided to join in this partnership and go towards this big fundraising as the telethon. That way we will be able to raise more funds together, and you know, diabetes and kidney have always been working together. And I think it just shows people that we are there for them, and diabetes care and kidney care for our patients.
And your kidney
treatment
patients,
is very expensive. Sorry?
I was just about to ask you that, because your kidney patients, those who need either emergency dialysis or long-term dialysis, it is an unbelievable expense and burden for many.
Yes.
Talk to us
Yes.
about what the average cost is and how you help people, especially given the cost of dialysis care.
Okay, the cost, remember that a patient that is being diagnosed with renal failure, the treatment is, they are to receive is 3 dialysis per week. And remember, some of these patients, by the time they start dialysis, they are not able to work. And so they depend on their families and fundraising activities that their families do. And so they call us to assist. What the Kidney Association do is they try to assist them with dialysis. We cannot pay all the dialysis for each and every patient because we don't have enough funds, but we try to assist as much people as possible.
Yeah.
I could imagine. And I'd like to get Chantel Lofter in. Chantel, good morning once again, representing Belaifa. Give us your aspect. Tell us about what you guys are doing to get this ball rolling.
Okay, we will promote. We are trying our best to promote awareness on the importance of taking care of oneself, no? Mentally, physically, and emotionally. We have adopted Belize Kidney Association, and we were happy to join in collaboration with Diabetes Association as well, no? We look forward to helping them. Every year, we would do a big fundraiser, which is commonly known as the Red Gala Dinner and Dance. But due to the COVID situation, we are unable to do that for this year, no?
Yeah.
We look forward to helping them raise that $100,000 and also do our part when it comes to promoting awareness, promoting good, healthy living, eating lifestyle, changing our habits and ways of eating, no? Changing our mindset.
Yeah.
It's always better to take away the if I had and replacing it with yes, I am secured, right? And although for last year we were unable to do all these health fairs, join Kidney with their health walks, we look forward to doing that for
And
for
you
this
usually
year,
have your
2021.
you usually have your Red Gala, which is a big fundraising event, which
That's right.
could not happen under COVID times due to all the restrictions and just the things that we're not doing. So I can imagine how this now becomes an opportunity to try to get that money going from the people who usually support you.
That's right. It's really it's a first-hand experience when we see our clients and other people out there suffering, having to have to do fundraising and ask for money to meet these expenses, especially for kidney failure is really costly, right? So we're always happy to help.
And I've got to say this, that kidney failure and all these things that we're talking about, they don't single one person. And so for this reason, they ask for everybody to contribute as much as possible. But let's talk about what should be expected for tomorrow. What time does this telethon start? Who is expected to be there? What can someone do to help tomorrow? Starting tomorrow, actually.
Okay. The telethon starts at 9 o'clock. We have a fully packed day. We will have phone operators out there. I believe the flyer will be showing. Someone can call in and donate. Call in and donate. Tell your friends, tell your family, the co-workers, the businesses. Help. Every little penny counts, and it's for a better cause. The Senate can do more in depth with regards to the planning.
Ms. Lynette?
Yes, John. So the day will be packed indeed. We start at 9 a.m. and it will go until 4. And throughout the day, we will have some testimonials from persons living with kidney disease and persons with diabetes. So these persons will be sharing their own story, their journey with these conditions. So we have small little videos on these testimonials.
Yeah.
We also have small videos from some doctors who have worked closely with our organizations.
Yeah.
Doctors who will have a small little presentation, talk about the medical condition that we have. We also will be having some entertainers as well who will support us throughout the day. And of course, we want the phones to keep on ringing. We have telephone numbers that I can share right now if you allow me to.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so we have 0800-280-CARE, and that's SMART. 0800-280-2273. And for Digi, we have 0800-543-6397. Those are the numbers to call. And we will be there. Like I said, it will be a packed day with testimonials and videos and entertainments. But most importantly, we want people to know that every dollar will make a difference. Miss Anna mentioned $200 pays for one dialysis.
Yeah.
A person needs about 3. $50 donation will pay for one A1C test for a person living with diabetes. $2 will pay for 1 year of A1C test. And all persons living with diabetes need to have an A1C test.
Yeah.
They need to know what their A1C test that is. And that cost is $50.
Yeah.
And just a $50 pledge can pay for one. And we need for 3 months. So we want the general public to know that every penny or every dollar will be an investment that they will be making to our cause and to persons living with diabetes and kidney disease.
What about bank transfers? We know how things are working now. Banks are making it easy for people to transfer money from one to the next. What banks will you be working along with to make this happen?
We're working along with Atlantic Bank, and I will be sharing the account numbers. Atlantic Bank is under Kidney Association of Belize. Atlantic Bank, account number 10-03-21-028. And that is anyone wants to make a donation straight to the bank. We also have Belize Diabetes Association, Belize Bank, account number 133-7440-1012-0003. And we also have, that's Belize Diabetes Association, yes. And we also have the Belize Association of Financial Advisors. They're using Scotiabank. And we have the account number 9143621. Every dollar counts, so let's make donations. Let's call tomorrow for your donations. And we will also be airing this all day on Love FM, E-Radio, and Facebook page.
Channel 5 as well. And
Channel 5.
We want the public to also view our Facebook pages, and we will take pledges from our Facebook pages on the telephone. They can also call our offices to get those bank accounts again, and share the GoFundMe account with your friends and families in the world, in the diaspora, in all over the world, because we want to be able to raise this fund. And like I said, pledges can come in, and we have the period from March 11, 2021 to November 14, 2021 to raise this this target of 100,000 Belize dollars.
Yeah, definitely. And I do think, you know, the GoFundMe is going to be a great addition that people, even if they don't have it tomorrow, they can be able to donate when they can, or people who are living abroad who want to assist us as well.
Yeah.
We do wish you the best of luck. Over the years, we've talked to so many different persons who have struggled with either chronic kidney conditions or diabetes,
kidney failure.
Yeah.
So they've been a lot of stuff. And finally for me, guys, every day there are new people being diagnosed with diabetes or kidney failure, renal failure. Let's quickly go over the check of the body in terms of how do you detect, how do you know, at what point, you know what, I really need to go and check now. Miss Anna, share that with us, or Miss Lynn, can you share that with us, guys?
In reference to kidney, remember that at the beginning, there are no signs nor symptoms. That's why we recommend that a person do a yearly checkup test. That's the only way you will find out if there is something wrong with your kidneys, unless you are already going to stage 4 and 5. But for that, you won't have any signs or symptoms. So we do strongly recommend that you do a kidney function test every year. Cannot be waiting until you are on stage 4 and 5 of kidney.
Okay.
So we do recommend that you do have this test. Ms. Valeria?
Yes. So with diabetes, some of the symptoms, and they vary from person to person, but most of the frequent symptoms are frequent thirst and urination. Persons who are overweight and obese are really at risk for diabetes because, as you know, John, diabetes is too much glucose in the blood. And we get glucose by the carbohydrates we eat. Too much carbohydrates, it's not really good for the body because the excess carbohydrates are broken down and converted to sugar. So when we eat a lot of rice and beans, a lot of tortillas, a lot of pasta, and all these starchy food, the excess gets broken down into glucose, and that glucose stays in our blood. And that's why we have what we call sweet blood. And when there's too much glucose, it can become toxic. And remember, we have this blood, and every part of your body has blood cells. So when those toxic glucose affect our blood vessels behind our eyes, we start to have blurry vision. When there's too much glucose, it becomes toxic, and the kidneys have to work harder to flush out those excess glucose out of our body. And that's we would end up with kidney diseases. And because there's too much glucose, the blood is not flowing so well. And so the extremities, parts of our body, does not get the blood that it needs. And that's why we have people having lower limbs amputation, because there's not blood flowing all the way to the toes and to the feet. And so some people will develop neuropathy, numbness in the feet, and they are not able to feel anything. So when their feet get pricked or injured or cut or wounded, they wouldn't know. Some people are walking on fractured toes and fractured feet and would not even
have no idea,
And that's why we recommend taking your medication for persons who have diabetes. And if you do not have diabetes, exercise. If you are overweight, reduce that weight. If you're living with diabetes, your A1C is your gold standard test. And that number for A1C has to be 7% or less. And so we recommend people to do your exercise and manage your diabetes in order to delay any further complications, because diabetes will affect the entire body.
Wow. All right. Well, you guys have told us indeed. So tomorrow again, 9 o'clock at the IT Vet compound. And yes, people of course you could watch it on 5 as well, because we'll be carrying that throughout the day. And you can make your pledges, so we could find that information once again on your Facebook page.
Yes.
All right. So guys, thank you so very much, and do enjoy your day. We know that the preparations will go into high swing now. So all the very best to you, and do enjoy your Friday. All right.
Thank you, Jen and Marlene.
All right. So we are about to take our final break. When we come back, we will be wrapping things up. Stay with us. We'll be back.
If we are only as strong as our families, businesses, institutions, and the communities that surround us. Then by giving businesses the power to grow, entrepreneurs the ability to expand, and by giving our families the right to own something. The Belize Bank gives you the power to build a nation, our nation. We are stronger together. The Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
As one of the largest cable and internet providers in Belize, CBC strives to provide our customers with the highest standards of quality, value, and service in all aspects of cable TV and internet. Monitoring our systems closely, our technicians combine creative planning and state-of-the-art technology with years of experience and training to develop and provide the most reliable and advanced cable and internet service to exceed your expectations. For CBC and our team of talented engineers, technicians, and customer service representatives, delivering less than the very best is never an option.
Hello. Okay, sure, I'll be there.
Hi, Mommy. When are you coming home? I really miss you.
Hearing the voice of our loved ones can always lift our spirits and make us feel whole again. With Smart's Twice as Nice promotion, prepaid customers who make 5 minutes worth of national calls on Sundays can enjoy 50% off. Top double on all national calls for the rest of the day. Call your loved ones and enjoy half off all day long. Smart, bringing people together.
Just like that, we're back. We had some wonderful conversations, and so we're so thankful to Grace for joining us this morning and giving us a good start to the weekend in terms of what to make. They did two wonderful things: tuna tacos and tuna tostadas, and man.
And so quick and easy.
With a lot of flavor.
That's the most important thing.
Indeed.
Quick and easy that you can do it at home without any hassle.
Flavor with a beat, Mar. Flavor with a beat, indeed. And we also would like to say a big thank you to Lurleen and Darlene, Lurleen, and of course the great mom there, and Kenlyn, of course, for joining us this morning and talking to us about how they're coping, especially in Child Stimulation Month. We know that COVID-19 had stirred a lot of different things and deterred a lot of different things, but at the same time, education must continue, especially with our young ones. So we want to say a big thank you to them.
That's right. And also, do remember to be extra generous this weekend. Every little bit that they collect can really help to save lives. And we're talking about the Diabetes Association, the Kidney Association of Belize, and Belaifa teaming up to raise money to help people who are living with diabetes, as well as people who are living with kidney conditions. You can get all the information on their Facebook page. It's an ongoing campaign to raise the funds, so you can also access their GoFundMe page or contact them and show your support.
And we couldn't end the day by not saying thank you to you for starting your morning right with us. We started our morning right with you. If you've got any questions, any concerns at all, drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com.
And you can also find us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram at OYE.
You can join us again on Monday when you open your eyes
to start your morning right.
That's
Until then,
keep your eyes, your minds, and your
hearts open.
We'll see you soon. Do enjoy your weekend and have a nice day, Belize. Remember, keep safe, follow social distance, wash your hands, and make sure that you enjoy with your family. We'll see you again soon.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.